Have you ever felt that frustrating gap between the person you want to be and the person who actually shows up every day? You've got the ambition, you set the goals, but something just doesn't click. It's like this silent battle happening right between your ears. Well, today we're not just going to talk about closing that gap. We're diving into the blueprint to re-architect your identity from the ground up. You know the feeling, right? You set these big goals, you're fired up, but a few weeks later, you're right back where you started. It feels like you're stuck in a loop, just running in place. And look, this is not because you're lazy or you lack ambition. It's because you are fighting a structural problem inside your own mind. You've been misunderstanding how change actually works. Okay, let's really lock into this, because this is the central paradox. We're always told to dream big, to focus on that future version of ourselves, but neurologically, that's the exact wrong way to go about it. See, your brain, the very tool you need for this change, runs on proof, not promises. It's constantly scanning what you're doing right now to figure out who you are. The more you obsess about the future you, the more you might just be reinforcing the past you. And this, right here, shows you the conflict perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the ideal self, that focused, healthy person you want to be. But on the right, that's the evidence you're actually feeding your brain, hour by hour. Distracted, reactive, inconsistent. Every single time your actions don't line up with your ideal, your brain flags a mismatch. It's not just a mental tug of war, it's a biological state of civil war. So here's our game plan. We've touched on the evidence paradox. Next, we're gonna diagnose the real cost of this internal conflict. We're gonna name that invisible force holding you back. Then, I'm giving you the 3-part alignment blueprint to fix it. We'll get into the science of why it works, and I'll give you a simple tool, the identity action audit, so you can put this to work today. Seriously, before this is even over. All right, let's dig into this. This internal conflict. This isn't just a vague, frustrating feeling. It has a name. It's called identity dissonance. And it's like an invisible wall inside your mind that holds you back, making every single step forward feel like a fight. This is the official diagnosis for that feeling of being stuck. Identity dissonance. It's way more than just being frustrated. It's a biological alarm state. See, when your actions contradict your goals, a part of your brain, the anterior cingulate cortex, flags this as a threat to your integrity. You are quite literally at war with yourself, and your biology is paying the price. And these are the symptoms, that hollow feeling when you know you're not living up to your own code. Aspirational burnout, where chasing your dreams just makes you tired instead of energized. The Sunday scaries, when you dread the week ahead. Scientists even have a term for the biological result, metabolic congestion. Your brain is burning so much energy trying to manage this misalignment that you have zero decision capital left for what truly matters. So get this. Every time you say you value focus, but then you get lost scrolling through your phone, you are actively training your brain to see you as a failure. You're sending these high-resolution failure signals that hardwire the identity you're trying to escape, making real lasting change feel basically impossible. But what if there was a way to stop fighting and start syncing? This isn't about trying harder, it's about a smarter system. A protocol designed to work with your brain's hardware, not against it. This is the sync code for your new identity. The alignment blueprint is built on 3 pillars. It's a protocol designed to force your life and identity into coherence. First, the identity audit, where we get crystal clear on who you want to be. Second, the minimum sync, to give your brain daily undeniable proof of that identity. And third, the environment mirror, to make the right choices almost inevitable. Let's break them down. Now, what's so powerful about this first step is the precision. We're ditching the vague stuff like, I want to be successful. That means nothing to your brain. Instead, we define a concrete identity. I am a person who does 90 minutes of deep work before checking email. You see, we're breaking down your ideal future into specific, observable traits you can act on today. Next up is the minimum sync. This is where you pick your lead habit, the one single action that your ideal self would never, ever skip. For a writer, maybe it's writing 1 paragraph. For a healthy person, a 5-minute stretch. This small, non-negotiable act gives your brain daily action data. It's the consistent proof it needs to start updating its software and rewriting your self-image. And finally, the environment mirror. This is all about using what's called choice architecture to rig the game in your favor. You stop relying on willpower and start relying on design. You redesign your space to reflect the person you're becoming. It's the difference between trying to be healthy and living in a kitchen where healthy food is the easiest option. You make your new identity the path of least resistance. And look, this isn't just some feel-good strategy. This is a neurobiological intervention. We're leveraging the fundamental operating system of your own mind. Let's look at the hard science that makes this blueprint so powerful. The whole framework is built on a cornerstone of psychology called self-perception theory. And it basically says this: we don't figure out who we are by thinking about it. We figure out who we are by observing our own actions, almost like an outsider. Your actions don't just reflect your identity, they literally create it. So think of it like this. Your brain is a detached, impartial observer. It does not care about your intentions, your New Year's resolutions, or your vision board. It's a learning machine. It's just constantly collecting data points from your behavior to build a model of who you are. It's an evidence-based system. And that's the punchline. It learns who you are by watching what you do. When you consistently perform small, aligned actions, you are feeding it undeniable proof of your new identity. You are literally rewriting your self-concept from the outside in. And here's the payoff. That internal war, that identity dissonance, it burns a massive amount of cognitive energy. But when you close that gap, when your actions finally align with your values, you shut down that background conflict. All that wasted energy is suddenly freed up. And what does that feel like? It feels like waking up with clarity, with drive, without that nagging procrastination. It's the difference between fighting your own brain and having it work for you. Okay, enough theory, let's make this real. This isn't something to just think about. This is the system you can use to perform your own identity audit starting right now. Here's the 4-step protocol. First, pick 3 specific traits of your ideal self. Get precise. Second, for each one, define a simple 5-minute proof action, a tiny piece of evidence you can execute. Third, find one thing in your environment that belongs to the old you and change it immediately. Finally, commit to and execute your single most important lead habit. Consistency is the only currency your brain accepts. And look how simple this actually is. If your ideal trait is a prolific writer, your proof action is writing one single paragraph. Your environment mirror? Clearing your desk of distractions tonight. You want to be a healthy person? The proof is a 5-minute stretch in the morning. The mirror is laying out your workout clothes. See? These aren't big, scary goals. They are small, undeniable votes you cast every single day for the person you are becoming. So let's bring this all home. The goal isn't to achieve some future self. That's the old way of thinking, and it keeps us stuck. The goal is to align your present reality so completely that your new identity becomes the only logical conclusion for your brain to make. So if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. You cannot outperform your self-image, but you can change that image by changing your daily evidence. Stop negotiating with your brain. Stop making promises. Start providing proof. This is your new mantra. Don't wait to become that person. Start acting like them right now in the smallest possible ways. Perform that one tiny action the future you would do, and do it now. Because once you master this blueprint of alignment, the life you've been dreaming of stops being a destination. It just becomes the only life you know.